Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this, and sorry for the terrible sound quality that you're probably experiencing. Welcome to the Brighton Music Club. This is an offshoot of the Brighton Film Club, who you can find on Instagram, you can find online, you can find on Facebook, all of that, and I'll post in the link below. This is just something fun and hopefully will inspire a bit of comment and a bit of debate as well. It was actually meant to be a podcast, but through lack of recording equipment, I am doing this on camera. To be honest, it would probably be better as a podcast. Let's see if it's good. These are just really quick, really short videos. It's a series called Underrated Albums, and this is episode 1. So Underrated Albums is, as I say, just something that's a little bit of fun. I'm going to be talking about something which is not lost, not completely unknown, not hipster, not anything along those lines. Just something from a famous band's catalogue that may have been criminally overlooked or, as I say, underrated. Now, the idea of this is that you will disagree with what I'm saying, so please comment, share, whatever it is that you want to do, and let's have a chat about this. Give me some ideas for something that you feel is underrated as well. What I should make very clear is that underrated does not mean that it's the best. I'm not saying that something is better than anything else, just something that might have been overlooked, and we will have a little bit of time to listen to something that you may not have listened to before, so hopefully this will inspire you to do that, alongside the Brighton Film Club Recommend series, which is showing TV shows and films that you may not have seen as well. So to give you an idea of the underrated, how this is going to work, I'll start off with a really simple one for episode 1, which is the Beatles, of course. And I'm saying that an underrated album is Beatles For Sale. This was released in 1964. It was probably harshly done by because it came out in between 2 movies. So it came out after Hard Day's Night but before Help. So it was probably overlooked. The Beatles went to the States. They were exhausted. They took a lot of influence from Dylan, and they realised that they were being too happy chappy, and they released an album of really quite depressing and glum songs, alongside a whole load of covers that they were playing and enjoying at the time. Now, the reason I believe is that it's underrated is because it's always on the bottom of Beatles albums ranked lists. People don't think of it, people don't talk about it. There was only really one sort of hit single, which is 8 Days a Week, which wasn't even included on the American release somehow. I don't know how that happens. And the other big single from this particular sort of month-year period was I Feel Fine, which was a completely fresh single release, not included on the album, which was just happenstance. I'm sure it would have probably taken the place of one of the various covers had it been recorded or released or whatever, mixed in the same period. For me, all you need to look at is the first 3 tunes on this particular album, which are No Reply, I'm a Loser and Babies in Black, just for an idea of how down and out the Beatles were, and also to take a look at the album cover, which is, one of the first times you see these guys not smiling, looking really miserable. I love that myself. I think music can cover all moods, and certainly darkness is a good one. And I think those first 3 songs were so different, they were so bleak, certainly compared to what had been released before, that people didn't really know how to react. For me, I'm a Loser is one of the, probably in my personal top 10 Beatles songs. I think it's really, really depressing, but just set to a jaunty beat, which is what actually John Lennon, I feel, did best quite a lot of the time. Yeah, I think it's underrated. I think it's great. I don't think it should sit at the bottom of lists. On a pure listenability factor, yes, there's a lot of cover versions on it, which is not necessarily a good thing, but it's short and sweet. Where I think moving forward, there's a lot of press, a lot of people obviously talk about the significance of the later albums, which obviously deserve that, but there's a lot of stuff which was much more experimental. There was a lot of songs on the later albums which drifted. Look at Within You, Without You, or Revolution 9. Culturally significant, important, but are people really listening to that? No, I think Beatles For Sale as a pure listening experience is brilliant and deserves to be reappraised. There you go, short and sweet. That's my opinion on Beatles For Sale, which is the first underrated album in this series. I've got loads of these to go through if people are interested, so let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think is underrated. I'll do another one and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, everyone stay safe and speak to you soon.